Point of no return, point of no return. Welcome back, man. We know too much, we've seen too much, we've been through too much, we are experiencing way too much. God to reveal himself to us over and over again for us to go back to the way we used to be, the way we used to think, react, and respond to life, man. It's your Holy Ghost homeboy Slim. It's a lot MM, simply living in my moment, which means yesterday is gone, tomorrow's never promised. So all you have is right now, this moment, and I hope you fully living in yours because I'm fully living in mine, man. Just back with another quick word. In 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 8, it says that, and God is able to bless you abundantly so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. Read that again. And God is able to bless you abundantly so that in all things at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. The definition of abound is exist in large numbers or amounts. So this lesson for today is called Any Moment Now. So we're looking at you staying dedicated to this walk, dedicated to this relationship with God, dedicated to the process that you're in, and you went through every emotion, you went through every door, you looked through every nook and cranny trying to find your breakthrough and your blessing and your moment, and God is continuing to guide you and lead you and move supernaturally to make sure that you make it to your day, that you make it to whatever he has promised you, whatever he showed you, whatever he has set up a covenant with you with. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to show you something and then renege or lie. God is not a liar. He doesn't do as a man. He doesn't think as a man. He doesn't speak as a man. And he definitely does not love the way that we love. His love is unconditional. His love has no depth. It has no bound. It has no limit. It's nowhere that you are where he can't reach you at, you know. And now you're at this moment where everything seems have to implode and to fall and to almost bring you to a point to where you feel like you starting over, not even at square one, before square one, but that's exactly where you need to be, because God has placed you in a position to where you can depend on no one but him. So any moment now, you continue to do your work, you continue to do your tasks, you continue to live up to the standards that God is giving you. He's giving you rules, he's giving you regulations, he's giving you laws to abound by, he's giving you pacts, he's giving you warnings, he's giving you things that you know you shouldn't do. He's giving you situations and things where it looked impossible because of the faith that you have in him and you trusted God at his word. You knew that it was his power, his life, his light that was moving through you that was able to get you through these situations, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. But any moment now, because he looked at what you did during your seasons of lack. A lot of times when people run out, when people stop being blessed, when people stop having favor, when people stop having attention, when people stop having their way, when people stop hearing their name called, and they're not getting catered to in life that the way that they used to, they usually fall apart. They usually morph into something else to try to reclaim that glory, that false attention, that false love, you know, because it's a negative charge. So you got to keep going at it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they can never run out because they are only validated by what other people say about them, what other people feel about them, what other people do for them. You know what I'm saying? So once you run out of that, now what do? Usually people blame God. Usually people blame everything but themselves, or they look at the situation not in the way that it's supposed to be looked at. If God is removing you from a situation, from a person, from a job, even though it may hurt, he may have seen something that you didn't see. He might be protecting you, and sometimes he has to break your heart in order to save your life. But sometimes people don't see it like that, so they continue to go back and they chase these things and these situations, people, places, and things that they know that is not beneficial to them, and they find themselves in the same situation, same cycle, same thing, year after year, month after month, day after day, man after man, relationship after relationship, church after church, job after job. You're carrying that same spirit with you. You're not learning, you're not growing, you're not evolving, you're not looking at the lessons. You're not seeing that, okay, God is removing this from me because he has something better for me. You trying to do what you want to do. You have your mind made up. You already got your plans out, and anything outside of that, you're gonna buck, you're gonna go against the grain, and those things that you be bucking against and going against might be the things that God is using to save your life or save you some trouble, save you a headache. But in your seasons of lack, you continue to give thanks to God. You continue to be humble. You continue to be open for new and better and the best experiences, because you knew that God was taking these things, these people, these places away from you for a reason. And you had to get over the hurt. You had to filter out the negativity and the hostility and the opposition that came your way in order to continue to see the light, continue to see the purpose, continue to see the vision, continue to stay on track and stay on the mission. You had to keep going to God. You had to keep praying. You had to keep meditating. You had to stay in the word. You had to go to church. You had to fellowship with people that was in like minds in order to stay in line. And through that, you learn to be thankful, because you always know it's somebody that's doing worse than you. Regardless of how bad you got it, it's always somebody who got it worse. And then regardless of how good you got it, there's always somebody doing better. And they may not have the peace and the happiness and the joy that you think might come with a bigger bankroll or a better job or a nicer car. You feel me? So you got to always appreciate who you are, appreciate what you have, and love yours, and take care of what God has given you so that he can give you more. But because you have been faithful, because you have continued to give thanks to God, like, your moment is coming, and he's just looking at your responses and your reactions to life, excuse me. And then during this time of lack, you also learn how to be an even bigger blessings to others, because you realize it's not just money and those type of things that you can give people to be a blessing to them. Yes, it's always nice to give somebody a monetary blessing, but just in case you don't have that, I don't want you to feel useless or worthless because you don't have the money to give. You had a heart to give, so use your imagination, your creativity. Make sure that you're there for their big moments, their big days to support. You can always get things planned ahead, so it's not so big and it's not hurting your pockets so much. Spread things out. You got to be more considerate, and you got to pay more attention to details when you can't just give a buck, when you can't just give $1. Now you got to really find out what people like. You got to find out what people enjoy. You got to find out what people want to eat, their favorite restaurant. You should be doing this anyway, but during this time, there's so many ways that you can bless other people, giving them rides, giving them a kind word, saying a prayer for them. If you do cook, you know what I'm saying? You're going over your homeboy house, your homegirl house, bring some extra food over there. I know that I was donating a lot of clothes and a lot of shoes that I don't wear and stuff like that. So if it's just sitting in your closet and you're not going to get to it, you're not going to wear it no more, it's just holding up space and you just being a hoarder, you know what I'm saying? Give that to somebody who can use that right now, and that's how you can continue to be a blessing to others. And then just being honest with yourself and just being real with yourself and being real with the world, that's giving the world what it needs to heal, what it needs to see a better and more positive and more optimistic perspective, because people think that they need to go anywhere else but God. They think God is not answering prayers and not giving them what they want. But no, it's not aligned with the plan that he has for you. So he's not going to give you something that's going to be detrimental to your faith, to your salvation, and to your life. Like, he wants to always keep you in a position to where you always going to receive the best and be the best. So it's a lot of people that's just out of line, out of pocket. They trying to play by their own rules, and they trying to dictate what God is supposed to do for them and do, you know what I'm saying? You ain't doing enough. We don't deserve nothing. The wages of sin are death, and we all have sinned and fallen short, bro. So just to be able to wake up and just to see another day is a blessing all on its own. So you want to use this time just to show God that you're appreciative, you're thankful, and you want to pass these smiles and this hope and this faith forward. And that's by being kind to others, because it's not a lot of kind people. It's people looking to take, steal, kill, and destroy. So when you coming around and you just looking to love on people, you just looking to make people smile, brighten their day, give them a break, that's a big gesture. And then it moves them to pay it forward. So before you know it, your love and your kindness has had a big ripple effect, and you affecting the whole community, a whole city, a whole state, a whole country, not a whole world. So you just got to keep going and just continue to be a blessing to others, and know everything that God is giving you is not just for you, bro. You're using it to be able to make things easier on other people. You can't free anybody who don't want to be free. So God is going to always put the people that really need it, that really want it, the people that he want to make sure that they get looked out for. He gonna put them in your way, and you're gonna have the heart and the compassion and the empathy to give, because you know how it was to go without, and you know the many people who help you, the many miracles God has pulled off in order to keep you going. So you want to make sure that you're being used in this same chain to keep passing this faith forward. And then another thing, during your seasons of lack, you plan for a future, and that showed faith in the completion of this process, and it was going to lead you back to renewal, restoration, and then you being released bigger, better, and badder. You know what I'm saying? Because you're coming out here with knowledge. You're coming out here with a youthful energy. You're coming out here with a faith that can't be broken, can't be shaken. You're coming out here with experience and wisdom ready to apply it to make your life better and to make other people's life better. Because when you really give up, when you really quit, when you really throw in the towel, you don't see a moment pass whatever you feel at that moment, and you go ahead and act on that notion. Trust me, bro, I've been to the lowest of the lows. But when you go through it, and sometimes you get weak, sometimes you get strained, sometimes you get burdened, sometimes you get wore down, but you always have this flicker of light that's always burning in you, and just that's enough to light up the world. That's enough to keep you going. That's enough to keep you moving until you find that next checkpoint again, to where God bless you and he give you something to just to let you know, hey, I see you, I hear you, you're not alone, I'm with you, I'm just waiting on you to get to the exact posture, the exact time, date, space, and everything I need, so this blessing can go through smooth, and so you can have all green lights, all gas, no brakes. So God has been using these moments to just keep you well-rounded, to keep you polished, to keep you versatile, so you can be able to be relatable to anybody that you see, regardless of any language barrier, any cultural barrier, religious barrier. It's not going to be any, because you have that spirit in you that is wanting to serve and wanting to assist and just want to see people just do the best. You know what I'm saying? And that's really going after God's own heart, and that's what he loves about you. So God is able to bless you abundantly, so that in all things, at all times, having all that you need, you will abound in every good work. So all these things that you've been doing, all these tasks that God has been giving you that probably ain't made no sense, is about to bear fruit. It's about to really just blossom and become the foundation of your success, and the foundation and the launch pad to bring you the life that you desire, and bring all your dreams down to make it tangible, so you can smile, so you can cry those tears of relief, so you can share this opportunity, this experience, all this wisdom that you've gained on this journey with other people, so you can help them get through and break through too. Because that's what it's all about, just bringing people back to God, bringing people back to the source, back to the light, so they can find the best in themselves. But God had to use you, and he had to take you through every way, so no matter who come up to you, you can be like, man, I understand, I get it, and then you can hit them right there where they at. Just how God meet us where we at, you're gonna be able to meet everybody where they at, and just your words, your life, your influence, your message, your walk, your purpose, your realness, man, is gonna shake up a lot, and bring down the scales that's been covering people's eyes, that's been blinding them and leading them in the wrong direction, any direction but God's direction, but true north. So you about to get people just back on the right track and on the right path, and there's gonna be a lot of restoration and a lot of renewal and a lot of just new creatures being released because of your faith. So just continue to be you. Continue to thank God, man. Continue to just be appreciative of everything that you have, everything that you are. Continue to be a blessing to others, no matter how little that you have, and continue to plan for a future, because God wouldn't put those things on your heart and mind if it was no tomorrow. You know, we know tomorrow not promised, but we know that if tomorrow come here and we happen to be up, we ready for it, we prepare for it, because we doing the work, we putting in the time, the effort, and we maintaining this relationship and this walk with God. So just continue to be you, continue to be natural, continue to be authentic, and I promise at any moment now, your blessing and your breakthrough is upon you. Till next time, Slim.